15 reasons why men give minimal effort. Hello, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Sunday. And just before I will share with you those 15 reasons why men give minimal effort, don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out are you behaving as a high value or a low value woman, which I will drop down in my video description box below. I also have a free goodie to download from my website. It's called Love That Lasts. You'll find the link down below as well. And if you didn't get it yet, I highly recommend you to get my book. It's called Devoted Relationships and it's available on Amazon for sale if you would love to become a woman of high value, the core that is. And if you like my virtues, goals, and not with drama, you can also get it on my YouTube store or on my website. And just before I will share with you those 15 reasons, ladies, it's very important to understand that this is a generic video and that I'm not telling you specifically about your guy, as I'm not coaching you personally right now. All I can do is just give a generic video, and then it's up to you to pick out the reasons which might be applying to the guy you're seeing. So now, without further ado, the reason number one, and it's a very simple one: he's just not that interested. Why would a man text or call you, sweep you off your feet, charm you, etc., if he's just not that interested? You know, some ladies come to me and we go like, oh, you know, he's just making a conversation because he's being nice. Or he took me out for lunch just because he's being nice. Or he fixed something in my house just because he's being nice. Or he's there for me all the time just because he's being nice. It's majority of the time, men do not do things just because they are being nice. Majority of the time, there is an intention behind it. And the intention behind it is that a man that goes out of his way to please you or help you out or say hello is usually the one that likes you. If he's not interested in you, he's not going to do these things. And majority of the time, if he's not into you, even if you will ask him to, he will come up with an excuse why he cannot do these things for you. Therefore, if he's giving you a minimal effort, it's just because he's not that interested. Number two, this is more for dating. Ladies, when you look really, really good, many men are a bit too intimidated to approach you because we think you are a bit out of your league, or perhaps you will be a bit too high maintenance for him. And I noticed that myself when I go out looking, let's say, the best I could look, I find that it's literally the minimum amount of men that approach me. But if I go out looking sweet and cute and not too much, then you get an insane amount of guys approaching you. You come across a bit more easygoing, you come across a bit more chilled, you have this friendlier vibe. Men are just not that intimidated to make that first move. Number three, why men give minimal effort is when he is goal focused. Ladies, if the guy you're dating is very business focused and he needs to do things fast and now, and that's his goal right now in life, keep it in mind that this could mean that he's gonna be giving you a minimal amount of effort because he just has other priorities right now in his life. Also, I want to say something, ladies. I come across many women that want very, very successful, wealthy men. Ladies, keep it in mind that if you want a guy that's highly successful and that's highly involved in his business, and his business is basically going on the top, It's on the top because he's highly involved in that business and he needs to be in it 24/7, which means everything else will probably be left behind and taken for granted for the time being. As I see so many women wanting very wealthy men, very successful men, and when we complain about not getting enough of attention. If you want a wealthy guy that's high in his business, he's high because he's focused on it. He will stop being focused on it, he will get less money, and he'll give you more attention. So you kind of need to pick and choose what you want, right? Number 4, if you are dating a guy that has mental health issues, depression for example, it could be that he will start giving you minimal effort. Ladies, depression, especially a heavy depression, can be a very serious thing, and I have seen plenty of examples of people going through that myself. I can see that some people just are in a place where we don't want to do anything. We don't feel like going outside. We don't feel like answering their phone. We don't feel like getting out of bed. We don't feel like talking with anyone. So if a guy is going through heavy depression, it's a huge possibility that he will start to give minimal effort, especially when the excitement of the first couple of months meeting this cool, amazing person goes away. Just be wary of that. Number 5 reason why men give minimal effort is quite simple. He doesn't see enough of value in you to go out of his way to charm you, to please you, to take you out to nice places, to be the gent that he's supposed to be. He just doesn't see you as a relationship material. He knows in his mind and in his heart that you're not a girl for him, that he doesn't really want to let you go until somebody better comes along. In the meantime, he's just dropping you breadcrumbs here and there to keep you around. Number 6 reason why men give minimal effort is because he believes that majority of women like men who play hard to get. Don't even let me get started on that because this just drives me crazy. But many men nowadays think that women want what we cannot have. Therefore, men start to behave as challenges, and we think that the less he will give you, the less he will charm you, the less he will do things for you, the less he will be like a gent, and the more he will be like this rude, arrogant, vulgar prick that's dropping you breadcrumbs, the more you will want him and the more you will chase him. And yes, it might work with teenage girls that have no life experience, that are naive, that want to break the rules and experience the bad. However, it definitely does not work with mature, high-value women, as this is just insanely toxic, ridiculous behavior, and who has time for this? Number 7 could be that he's setting in a boundary. So perhaps you disrespected him, or perhaps he feels disrespected, or maybe he's picking on you and thinks like, no way, you're not gonna talk to me like that, or I want to have some sort of power over you. Perhaps you guys had an argument and he is pulling away from you in order to sit in a boundary. Therefore, he is giving you minimal effort. Ladies, just a quick tip towards the boundaries. If you feel like you guys had an argument and you were in the right and he was in the wrong, but he put all the blame on you, and on top of that, he's giving you minimal effort and pulling away from you, let him do that. Remember, if you want respect, do not submit to a behavior where you know you've been right and he was wrong. Because if you will submit to this, you will just give him a green light that he can continue disrespecting you over and over and over, because you will be the one to say sorry first, even if you were right. Number 8 would be, he's not looking for anything serious, he just wants to have some fun. Many guys just look for casual stuffs. We look for hookups, we look for fun, we want to sleep around, we want to experience the game, the wildlife, and whatnot. And we just don't look for any kind of more serious, genuine stuff. Therefore, what he does, he just drops you in a breadcrumb here and there, same as to all the other girls, and whoever picks on it and is happy and accepts this minimal amount of effort, he'll just casually date, or in other words, sleep around, which is a no place to be for a high value woman. Therefore, I would suggest to get out of this rotation as soon as you spot it. Number 9, where men give minimal effort, is if he got burned in the past. So for example, I know some guys that, date girls fast. We go fast. We meet a girl, we really like her, and the first 3 months is just full on. He takes her here, he takes her there, he introduces her to family and friends, and let's say after 3 months we already have done everything together. Yet only now he's starting to get to know her, and he gets the feeling that the girl perhaps is not really for him. But we already had so many things done. It becomes kind of hard to get out of that situation because there's so many memories built. So if he's been through similar experience, now he might learn through experience that it's better to take things slow in the beginning and let things build up over time. If in the beginning he's starting things slow, he has a chat with you here and there, he has a phone call, takes you for a coffee, then takes you for a pizza, then takes you to a nice place. He invests in you slowly. Don't drop him just like that. Go at his pace, and in the meantime, you're not committed to this guy. You can keep your options open and date whoever wants to, just in case things do not work out with this one. Number 10, where guys give minimal effort, and probably majority of you seen it, it's online dating. Online dating is saturated now with people, and men and women are usually highly disappointed in online dating right now because there are so many scam profiles where people either have other people's photographs or we just look nothing like in their pictures. And over the time, guys and girls get disappointed, and due to this disappointment, we find it hard to make some kind of effort to even get to a date. So if you're talking to a guy online and okay, he shared a few messages here and there and he asked you out, you really don't have much to lose but to go out with that guy on a date without having too many expectations, and then just see what happens. Whereas people that talk online a lot, send all kinds of essays, talk on the phone a lot, you overinvest your energy and time into the guy. And when you meet that same guy in real life, and that guy looks nothing like his profile pictures, and you can see through his body language and presence that he's not a gent in real life, that he comes across as shy, he doesn't have any social experience, etc. So sometimes less is more when you're talking to a guy online, and what matters the most is just getting on that date to see is there anything there without any type of expectation. Number 11, where a guy is giving you minimal effort, is when a guy starts taking you for granted. And usually men start to take you for granted when you give too much. When you go out of your way to please a guy too much, when you jump around whenever he clicks his fingers, when you don't set in healthy boundaries in a relationship, when you chase, pursue, text first, and basically behave masculine with a man, as this is when he starts to lose attraction for you. And on top of that, he starts to feel very comfortable in a relationship where he doesn't feel like he needs to put any type of effort, as you're the one doing everything. So if you would like to know what to do when a guy is taking you for granted, I have plenty of YouTube videos on that, and I have plenty of podcasts on that. So wherever you're watching or listening to me, check it out. Number 12 is when you both have different expectations in a relationship, when perhaps you both are not that compatible. I know many women that are very independent and we don't need much talking in between the dates. We're not that needy on the guy. We have a fulfilling life for themselves and we don't put that much pressure on a guy on a relationship. And I know other women that are very needy in a relationship, that we want a man to talk to them all day, every day, that we want all the sweet words daily, etc. Right? So, ladies, there are also different types of men, and some men are happy when we give, as you would call it, minimal amount of effort, but it would not be a minimal amount of effort. It would seem like it's enough for that guy to give to a woman, as he wouldn't feel like he wants more from her. It's enough for him, and it would be enough for the independent girl who's receiving it. Because more than that would be too much for that independent girl. She would feel suffocated. And more than that would be too much to this independent guy. He would feel suffocated too. Therefore, these people would be compatible. And if this guy that only gives a couple messages here and there is dating a girl that needs a lot of things daily, well, this relationship is due to go for a disaster just because people are not compatible like that. Therefore, ladies, I would say the ones that are quite needy and that need a lot of attention, I would actually highly recommend not to look for the guys that are very business focused and that like money orientated, just because these guys are not gonna have the time or energy to give you that much attention. I would say go for the guys that have 9 to 5 and a lot of free time. Number 13, oh, I cannot stand this one. If he feels like he is the prize and you should chase him, and that there is just not enough of interest or effort from your side. So a lot of dating coaches brainwash men nowadays that they are the prize, that a woman should pursue him, that the relationship is 50-50, and that you should be sweeping him off your feet and that you should bringing things to the table, right? So what do you bring to the table? That's the kind of common question these days. Therefore, if he thinks he is the prize and that you should be the one showing more interest, or that a relationship should be 50-50, and you're not really doing that because you believe in differences between men and women and that we are not the same, you potentially might start to have problems. In this case, I would just say don't bother and wait out for a masculine man that believes that men and women are different and that doesn't believe in 50-50 type of relationships to find you. Otherwise, you're just gonna start to pull your hair out. There might just be too many issues on the things that a masculine man that believes in differences between men and women would never experience any kind of issues. And instead, things would just have a lovely flow. Number 14 is if he has lost attraction for you. So perhaps you started to behave needy, you started to behave masculine, or through spending time together, he just realized that you don't have enough in common and you're just simply not compatible. Therefore, due to that, he has lost some attraction for you, and that is why he's making a minimal effort towards you. And here comes the last one, which is number 15. He feels trapped in a relationship. A lot of men will not leave a relationship because we will feel too guilty to leave, but we will start to annoy you on purpose or become a lousy boyfriends on purpose so you would dump him. Or there are situations for whichever reason where a guy just doesn't want to be in a relationship anymore, but he feels like he's trapped. And no matter how controlling you're gonna sound, no matter how many times you're gonna tell him to do this, and that, or complain and blame, etc., he's not gonna make any kind of effort because he's just somewhere where he doesn't want to be and he simply just wants a way out. So ladies, these were my 15 reasons why men give minimal effort. If you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what did you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. And for one-on-one coaching with me or a member of my team, book us through my website, which is called Bereisaite.com. I also have an amazing VIP high value women tribe where you can post your questions for our coaching lives, which happen 5 times a week. We answer everyone's question in that live, and after doing the live, we share it. So if you were not able to attend it, you can re-watch it and still get the answer from a coach for your specific question. And if you would like more details on that, check out the link down below in my video description box. My ladies, thank you so much for watching. Kisses from Dorset. Mwah.